What's up everybody, this is GamerCJE. Welcome back to City Skylines. Today we're going to be continuing to build our city here in Deadwood County. We haven't quite named it yet, but it's going to end up something like Sweetwater. Okay, so I think the first thing that we're going to do today is let's go ahead and buy this tile. What I want to do today is build into this area right here and make it into a little bit of an industrial area. And the reason I want to do that right there is I have fertile ground and I have forest area here, so I can utilize those two resources to kind of build a little bit less smoggy industrial area. And so also with that, we're gonna have to build some residential along here as well, and maybe we'll go this direction with some residential and commercial, because we have to obviously keep up with the demand for workers and for customers, so we're gonna have to have more residential housing. First of all, let's continue kind of this direction with our little residential grid. I kind of feel like I don't want to continue just with a plain old grid. So what I might do is, well, no, I am going to continue that direction because I need to keep the separation correct. But I'm going to start going the other direction here. Actually, let's continue straight for, say, like that long. That way at least it fits in with the traffic that's already going on right here. But now what I want to do is kind of come down this direction. And I know that's not perfect, but I want to kind of add in a little bit of curve here to my city, because I don't want everything to just be, you know, straight lines. I get sick of doing that. So to start off here, I guess let's continue, let some time run. But I want to start off by adding in some commercial buildings here next to the major intersections in this area, and I think I'm going to leave that area over there alone for now. Going to add in some residential. Okay, and finish zoning in this commercial over here. And I guess over here, that's a good spot for commercial as well. There we go. Now we currently have a pretty large demand for industrial. So I believe the best course of action here is going to be to just continue this 6-lane road down pretty far. Actually, let's go all the way down there. And gonna just start off by getting rid of those rocks. And I have unlocked landscaping, so also what I'm going to do is soften this terrain here so it's easier to build around. Because I don't want it to look all weird with a bunch of crazy drop-offs and everything. I don't want that. So I'm just going to kind of soften the terrain there. It's still a little bit wonky, but at least there won't be these crazy like ditches that just drop a very noticeable amount. I don't want to do that. Now the other thing I need to decide here is, do I want to do the DLC industrial areas for lumber and for farm, or do I want to just do the industrial district zoning, where I can make it the specialization of the industry districts? I believe that the DLC industry area creates more traffic and less jobs. So I think the best way to go about this is to just do it with the specialization of the vanilla districts without using the DLC. I believe that I'm going to meet up to my 6-lane here with a 4-lane, but let's go ahead and use the industrial road just like this. And there's going to need to be multiple districts here. So the first one, let's make a district for our fertile ground here, and then around it is going to be a district for the forestry. All right, now our specializations. Outside is going to be forestry, inside is going to be farming. Now I'm going to put in some 2-lane roads to make it so we can build the buildings closer together. And I think actually it would be a good idea. Oh, that's going to make the traffic even worse. So with this one, I think actually what I'm going to do is kind of find the middle of this road. So that's about the middle right there. And I'm gonna go all the way across with that one. And then where's my, there it is. All right, and then with these, every other one I'm gonna meet up with the main road. There we go. I hope that's gonna do the best we can on the traffic. So now let's add in our water supply. There we go. And actually, while we're there, our fresh water is going to be getting a little bit low, but our sewage is fine, and electric is also going to be getting pretty low. And it looks like our trash collection is also not doing great. So why don't we go ahead and add that just right off the bat. Add another waste treatment area. That should help us out. And I don't want to put in too much stuff that's going to create pollution in here, because these industrial buildings actually should not create any pollution. Let's throw a few in, see how we do. Okay, so while Our industrial area is kind of filling in. We need to continue to grow our population so we don't run out of workers. Because that would be bad. All right. Now it's time again to kind of continue our grid-ish pattern over here. And on this one, gonna try and do a little bit better. And then this is obviously just gonna be straight, going right along there. And I guess we'll build a couple more. This one's just going to be straight, just like that. Okay, now let's add in some more water. Perfecto. And now some more zoning. And in this area, just all of this is going to be residential. But on this main side of the road over here, I'm going to continue to add in some commercial. The demand for commercial goes super fast. Like for one moment, you barely have any demand for commercial zoning, and then all of a sudden you can't even build any houses because the only demand is for commercial buildings. Kind of hard to keep up with. Anyway, I believe that it would be a good idea to use a 4-lane, I believe. And I'm going to go this direction. And gonna go up over the main highway here. And gonna meet up with our little road. Oops, not that little. There we go. That way it's just gonna make it easier for people to drive across without having to use the big intersections. Awesome. Okay, continue to move our water lines in. Gotta meet them up every once in a while. And this is a lot of wasted space, so I think I am going to add in a road like this that meets up. Yeah, just like that. And I'll utilize that for a commercial area. So I'm able to just build more residential in this area without using up all of this area for commercial. I'll just kind of have a commercial area next to the highway. It also gives you a good buffer between your residential area and the highway. That way you get less noise pollution and just makes life easier all around. Okay, so we're in a good spot to do a bunch more residential zoning. And let's see here. Do we want to continue this as a main road? Where would it go? I guess it could loop over and eventually meet up with our main road. but it looks like we're having some power issues, so let's take care of that. I'm afraid for the moment we are going to just continue using coal power plants because it's the most reliable thing we have at the moment. And gotta throw in another couple of water towers so we have our fresh water production taken care of. Okay. And just like that, there we go. And before I forget, let's go ahead and upgrade that to our 4-lane road that I've decided we're going to continue along with. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And this one, oops. There we go. This one I'm going to kind of continue sort of along this road if I can. I want to kind of try to go parallel to the road here. That's sort of close, I guess. Definitely not perfect, but it'll have to do. Gotta run our water down here. And I'm just gonna leave it right there for right now because I don't know how much I'm actually gonna use of that at the moment. Alright, we don't want to get too crazy here. Alright, we'll leave it there for now and just do a bunch of zoning in here. All of this stuff in here is just going to be residential, and we'll put the commercial closer to the highway, same as before. And as soon as I get this zoned, I need to go back and check how we're doing with our services, such as health. Running a little scarce, so I think it's time to add in another medical clinic. Does that give us good coverage? I believe so. Our average health is on the rise, and we definitely need more fire stations. We're running real thin on fire stations. Definitely got to add in one down here as well. And we need to add in some fire station. Oh, not enough money. Okay. Well, at least we have a bunch of space here that we can zone commercial right up front right there, kind of catch up with the rest of our demand. And let's do the same thing with our industrial over here. So the goal of this is that some of this is going to be farming and some of it is going to be timber or lumber production. That would be ideal. And we're at Boomtown now. So population 2,800. We can unlock a new square. We have airports. I think I'm going to wait a while to build an airport because airports just really mess with your traffic. If you're not ready for them, they'll mess up your traffic. And we now get actual highways and we get new intersections and roundabouts. Whole bunch of road assets, which is awesome. Get toll booths, which I never really use. And cemetery. That's great. And that looks like the gist of it. All right, next achievement here is 5,500 people. Alrighty. So let's add in a cemetery. Probably actually a couple cemeteries we're gonna need. That's probably not a good spot. Can I still move it? I can. Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna want that to be awesome. Yeah, I didn't want that to be right on our highway there. Okay, now we were in the middle of fire stations. We need to add a fire station. There we go. And police. We definitely need more because our jail is at capacity, and that's not good. Gonna wait till we get 12,000 so I can build another fire station over here. Or a police station. Okay. So we're looking pretty good. I think we're getting to the point where we don't have enough educated workers. So I think the last thing we need to take care of at the moment is building more schools. I believe we don't have any high schools. Yeah, so gonna need to build probably one high school and another elementary school. So while we're waiting for the money, let's see where a good place to put our school would be. Probably the high school and elementary school. There'd be a good place for a campus just right in here. That'd probably be a real good spot. And in fact, we could probably even take out a loan so we can get our schools built even quicker. Now I want to leave room to continue that road, but I don't care about continuing this road. So let's see how much money we have to wait on now. 10,000, so we got to wait for another 7,000-ish to come before we can build our elementary school. And we are currently running low on people, so we really need to add more to our population. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were getting up on the side of this mountain quite so crazy here. So I guess I'm gonna just delete that for the moment and make sure we have water coming down this road. And we should be able to zone a little bit more residential around here in this area. Perfect. All right, and I think we should be able to kind of continue our commercial buildings along this road again, just kind of making a buffer between our residences and the highway. All right. So what about our traffic at the moment? Currently our traffic is at 82% and our population is about 3,500-ish. So not really where you'd be worrying about traffic yet. Our average health is 71%, 72%. And our fire hazard looks like actually we really need to build a fire station around this industrial area, but I don't have the money, so that'll have to wait. Our garbage processing status is not too great. We could really also use to build another recycling center, but that also costs a bunch of money. So I think we currently have enough money to build our elementary school here. Huh, it's really not wanting to let me. I wanted to put those right next to each other. I wonder if it's not gonna let me. There we go. All right. Sweet. So I think that's gonna take care of our education problems for the most part. So elementary school capacity is 600 and we have 386 eligible. And so it looks like at the moment we're doing pretty good with what we have available. Obviously, we're not going to be able to build any university anytime soon. So, what's next? I think actually it wouldn't be too awful to build a residential area over here. A little residential neighborhood. We obviously don't want to get too close to our industrial area or else there'll be a whole bunch of pollution and then it'll make our people sick, which is no good. Sick people don't work. Alright, so in these four, gonna do all residential. And right here, I'm gonna do all residential. Oops. Go. And then over here on this side, I'm gonna do all commercial right there. And another idea might be, now that I can do paths, maybe we should add in a path. Let's get rid of all these guidelines. Maybe build a path right across like that so people can walk to work. That seems like a pretty slick idea there. Okay. So our population is growing pretty well. And we're finally starting to make some money. While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and add in another fire department by this industrial area. There we go. All right, and I think it's time to add in a little bit more commercial, or not commercial, some more industrial in our farming slash forestry area over here. Now I don't want to add it in too fast, because if I add it in too fast, it's just going to make it so I don't have enough people to work at these places, and that doesn't help anybody. And another balance I want to keep is I don't want to overdo my production of raw materials versus my processing of raw materials over here. So eventually I do want to probably add in some more plain old non-specialized industrial zoning over here. And while I have the money, let's add in another recycling center, just like that. And we're back at having a whole bunch of residential demand, so let's fill that residential demand. I think if I put residential over here, they would get sick, so let's not do that. And are we running out of power again? We are. Okay, and we're pretty close to having enough money for another coal power plant. So let's add in another coal power plant as soon as we have the money. There we go. That took care of all of our troubles. And we're about to be out of sewage treatment capacity. And that costs 4,000. So real quick, we'll be able to build another one of those. Okay. Alright, so we're good with water, we're good with electric, and we're still a little bit behind on our garbage capacity, but I think we'll be okay. Where should our next development site be for residential? Let's get rid of some stoplights. That way we can kind of have our traffic moving a little bit freer here. Stoplights never did anything for anybody in this game. Okay. That's looking a little bit better already. I guess I was planning on using this entire area for commercial, but what I should do is utilize at least part of it for residential. Nothing wrong with that. And on that side as well. Alright, and now would be a good time to add in some more non-specialized industrial zoning over here, so we can change our raw materials that we are producing over here into finished products up here in our smoggy industrial area. Let's add in some parks here and there. And looks like I didn't do a good job of connecting them to water. So let's add in, let's see, 125, 125, 150. Let's do the 150 one. Okay, let's add in some happiness. because obviously the happier people are, the more taxes they're willing to pay, the faster they move in, the faster they have kids. It's just better all around. Alright, so hopefully we have a whole bunch of people who are going to be upgrading. And that'll grow our population. And actually, because of how clean farming is, I can actually add in residential right here next to the farming. Add in some houses right next to the farms. Have some demand for commercial, so let's zone some commercial. Ooh, what's this? Oh, cool. Like a little ghost town with a factory and I guess like a railroad. Very neat. So pretty early game that, well, can I build trains yet? Trains. Population of 11,000. So once I get to 11,000, I'll be able to bring some trains in here. That'll be pretty awesome. Make it easier to get raw goods that we're not producing yet. So the ones that we don't have yet are ore and oil. Now oil we're gonna get pretty soon once we unlock this tile, but ore, I think the closest ore is, where did I just see it? I just saw ore. Oh, over here on the other side of this mountain, which is gonna take a long time for us to get to. In fact, we might not really get to it, so it's a good thing that we have trains, because our industrial area up here can just order raw goods, whatever ore it is that they need. They can just order it, it'll come in on the train, and that way we don't have to send out trucks to go and get it. It'll just come right into the train station. Wonder how we're doing for schools. So elementary is still good. High school, a little low. So I think maybe we should add in a high school over there. And maybe an elementary school as well. Kind of have a school campus over on that side as well. Awesome. Alright. Let's add in another street over here. Alright, got some hillside houses going up, doing their crazy terraforming. Alright, so we've reached Busy Town. Population of 5,500. And we didn't really unlock anything too special. Doesn't look like. Not really. Okay, other than these roads with trees, those are pretty good because it increases the property values anywhere that you have those. So the next one is going to be Big Town, and we'll unlock another tile once we get to that, as well as campus area. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this, please consider giving it a like and come back next time.